Sunshine, blue skies. Gotta cry. Lilies supposed to cross crying.
So welcome back. We are still trekking across the country, just about to leave the prairie region. It has been a long ride across. And, it gave me time to think about some of the things that come up in van life that you don't either think about, or when you're just on short excursions, it doesn't really become an issue because, well, you'll be home in a day or two. Then you are actually either going on long hauls or living full time in a van. These things become, they become things that you need to work out and sort out and eventually solve. Or the van life experience really quickly turns into a problem that, and an unenjoyable experience actually, that will sour the whole thing really quickly. And it'll be different for everybody, but one of the things, at least three of the things that I've discovered personally for myself that I need to be on top of, or this whole van life experience is the problem, is self-care. It quickly goes out the window if you're not careful. If you have a routine like going to the gym or hydrating and eating well, taking your supplements, all of these things can be easily forgotten about because you're busy being mobile. You're busy looking at things, solving other problems, that you become the last issue on your list of things to do. And I've noticed for myself specifically that I haven't been working out. I could say that, well, I'm on the road, there's no time to get to the gym. I have been going to the gym, but to shower. Every now and then I might stop and do a few workouts here and there, but it hasn't been consistent. At least not in the way that I would like it to be. And I can work out every day. And the best way to solve that is to have gym equipment, at least fitness equipment with you, like a jump rope and tension bands and hand weights. It's a simple thing to stop somewhere that you can, spend at least 15 to 20 minutes and do a workout. A lot of people say that they can't afford the memberships. Okay, get some equipment. The biggest problem here is the mindset, not the how, it's the mindset. All problems are figure-outable. It's the mindset and the willingness to do it. And I think, and again, I can only speak for myself, you get into a feeling routine where it's just about sitting and staring straight ahead until you arrive at your next destination, looking at the sights. That's part of the fun of van life, is checking out the vista, the view, taking pictures, taking videos. And that's the routine I've fallen into. And if I'm not careful, my energy levels will suffer, my health will suffer. You begin to spread, because you're sitting here for long periods of time. And I notice with a lot of van lifers who are living in van life that if we're not careful, this is what happens to us. We begin to lose our fitness levels. If you had one to begin with when you first got into the van, and I did have one when I got into the van. So for me, it's about re-establishing the routine. It will be different. It won't be the same as if being in a stationary situation. It was a home and such. I will have to come up with a plan, a mobile plan. And I've solved that problem. I have equipment. I have the jump rope. I have the hand weights now. I have the rubber bands, the tension bands. My issue is getting up in the morning and finding the spot, or maybe right where we slept that night, and get over the self-consciousness of other people staring at you as you start jumping rope. It's not about what other people think. And you know what? After we leave the area, chances are we'll never see those people again anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it's a recommitment to the process. So the next thing is about feeding yourself well. It's easy to be pulling into fast food joints and just buying the most expedient thing to eat. Again, you're working against yourself. I noticed that with myself, way too many carbs. That's the thing about life on the road, way too many carbs and sugars. And it's easy to do it. And you allow it to happen because in your mind you're thinking, well, while I'm traveling, it's just easy to grab something as opposed to cooking. And with our situation, it's a little bit different than usual because the van is so packed. It's very difficult to make the meals in the way in which we usually make meals because the kitchen isn't as easily accessible as it usually is when we're doing van life weekends. So how to solve that problem? Well, just be more prepared. So we've had to take utensils out and keep them on top so they're easily accessible so we don't have to keep moving things around to get to the drawers where they are usually kept. And to pre-plan meals. What kind of simple, easy meals are easy to prepare that are somewhat healthy, if not totally healthy? I've gone back to making salads, pre-chopping the lettuce and putting it in a bag in the fridge and such. And, broke out my smoothie machine, blender I should say, to start doing that and getting back into the taste of healthy eating, healthy movement, healthy living again. Just because I'm in the van, it doesn't mean that I have to let everything go to hell. And it's so easy to do because you in your head you're saying, well, I'm on vacation, I'm on a trip, so it's okay. And normally that would be right, but this is full time now. I'm not on vacation. This is a way of life for me. This is a new lifestyle for me. So now it's a matter of how do I make this new lifestyle conducive to the plans I have to be healthier, in shape, and strong. So if you're having this issue, it's just a matter of sitting down with pen and paper and committing to a new way of being. And it takes practice. Every day will be different as a nomad. You're in different places, different situations. Other things can come up. You may need maintenance on the van. That could derail your plans. You might be caught up in getting lost. That might derail your plans. There's so many different things in a mobile situation that can derail your plans. So the first thing is to trigger your self-care first thing in the morning before you even move off the spot. Get it done so whatever the day brings, it will not get in the way of the plan. The next thing is laundry. I never liked laundry in the first place, even in a stationary home, so it's even worse now. And again, with the whole laundry situation, it's understanding where the next laundromats can be found because you're going from town to town, place to place, and it's all different. But not impossible. As long as you've got Google and Google Maps, it's easy to find that. Now, it's just probably going to be a little bit more pricey than being in your own home doing laundry because a lot of these laundromats do require money. Our last laundry situation cost us $21 to do laundry. $21. Now, I don't know if that's normal or not, but it sort of took me by surprise. That number took me by surprise. I just wanted to bring these things up to you folks because these things get in the way and we don't think about it much and we just let it slide, and we don't understand why we're feeling the way we're feeling. The experience of van life should be a wonderful one, but it takes planning, it takes commitment to yourself so you're staying healthy, it takes commitment to the process. You try to keep the promises you make to yourself. Road tripping across the country affords you the ability to drop in on places you won't see because you're flying usually. Places like Missouri, in Saskatchewan, and then there was Brandon in Manitoba. That was an unexpected stop. Lots going on there. And then on the other side of Manitoba border was Kenora. During this pit stop, I have a big question for you, a life-changing question for you actually. It's this: what's keeping you in place? What continues to keep you stuck? Now, I may have asked this question before, but I want to ask it again because it's central to why you aren't going after your dreams, especially if you're at my age and beyond. What continues to keep you from experiencing what you're watching people like myself do, either experiencing the world through van life or other means, or just anything that is near and dear to someone's heart. What keeps you stuck? What fears are you entertaining and breathing life into? I have fears. I have many fears. When I decided to give up my life totally and give up my place which I lived and left all my friends and family to go experience life, do you not think that that was scary for me and continues to be? Sure it does, but the pros seriously outweighs the cons, and most people hang on to what they have and what they know so tightly, yet still yearn for more, but won't release what they have in their hands because society says we need to hang on tight with almost a death grip to what we have because it's too risky to let go. Yes, it's risky to let go, but it's even riskier to keep holding on to what you have, even if it looks shiny and bright and grand, because the risk you're taking here is not experiencing the majesty of what's out there, of finding yourself, of experiencing the deep potential that you came into this lifetime with. The reason that you are probably watching these van life episodes is you're trying to get your experience ready for yourself so you can go and do these kinds of things too, or you know that you're never going to find the courage, so you live vicariously through other people. I lived vicariously through other people for years until it got too painful for me not to do something different with my life. Sure, people thought I was crazy. I even thought I was crazy a little bit. But now that I'm on the other side of that decision, I couldn't imagine not having done this. Life has this extraordinary way of catching you. Yes, it may not be easy, and it's definitely not going to be the same as when I was living in my home. You know, I had to go wash my face in a pit stop area here. Not that I can't wash it in the van, but sometimes you just need a little something different out there. And we're on the move. We're moving. We're not in camping excursion mode, so there's very little room to move about. You've seen it in the other videos. So, you do what you have to do. You make do. So, all I'm saying in this little plea at a rest stop or a pit stop or whatever you call it in Northern Ontario somewhere is this: stop scaring yourself. Say yes to the dream that you have deep in your heart. Let go and just go. Onward. So that's it for this video this week, folks. It was a little bit more talking than van lifey stuff, but that's the way it is sometimes. We're on a straight shot from A to B across the country, many, many more miles to go. So I hope you come back and join us and continue to enjoy the sights.